So first of all, I have to congratulate Jocelyn again on the birth of her baby boy, Isaac. And for the rest of the family, it's proof from last week's show that you have not hit a plateau. That's amazing. Now, you have about a month left, so we want to make sure that we ramp things up. So I'm going to get you to dig deep and show us what you're truly made of. So here's our focus for the next 2 weeks. It's all about calories. Yes, we're going to burn calories, and lots of them. So I'm going to get you training 6 days a week, burning 600 calories on each workout. All right, so the program also is going to incorporate a little bit of strength training, and the importance of that is, again, to make sure we're training lean muscle mass, which will keep that metabolism up. It's estimated that 3,500 calories equals 1 pound, and we want to make sure that pound is coming from fat, and we also want to get beyond that. So let's get started. Now, important factor or tool to have for this is a heart rate monitor, and I know the Stahlbaum family, you have your heart rate monitors. For those that don't and want guidance on that, contact me at imbishop.com, and I'd be happy to put you in the right direction. How this program is structured is you're going to have 2 strength exercises that you're going to do 3 times, and then you're going to do 5 minutes of running. So you can do that either on the treadmill, or you can go outside and do 5 minutes. And then you come back and you do another 2 exercises, 3 times, 5 minutes of running, etc. So in total there's 6 exercises. So the first exercise is a step up with a reverse lunge. You want to choose weights that are fairly heavy, but that you're able to maintain good form with. So from here, weight through the heel, knee above the ankle. You're going to step up, drive your knee up, bring that leg backwards, and drop into a reverse lunge. So again, my left leg steps up, and my left leg also steps backwards. 90 degrees, so you're gonna have your knee and hip in line with each other, or even the hip a little bit lower than the knee. So 15 reps per side, and then you're gonna go right into the next exercise. So the next exercise, we're gonna focus on your core, your lats, your shoulders a little bit. It's called a Renegade Row. So you wanna use weights that are a little lighter, so maybe 8 pounds, maybe 10 pounds based on your abilities. Your chest is going to be directly above the weights, like you're going to go into a push-up, right? Feet are wider than normal, so wider than shoulder width, and hands are a little bit more narrow. So from this position, lock your core. You want to keep your core tight. You're going to drive your arm right up. So you bring in the weight to the armpit. Trying to minimize movement through your hips. Just like that. So what I want you to do is you're going to go 15 per side. Now, if that's too tough for you, you can go to your knees. But I suggest start from the feet first. If it gets tough, just drop to the knees and keep that form. So 15 reps per side of the Renegade Row, and then you're going to go directly back into your step up with the reverse lunge. 3 sets each, and then you go into your 5-minute run. Now that 5-minute run should be a steady pace. It should be fairly quick. It's only 5 minutes, but you should come back fairly winded and get right back into the next set of exercises that we'll go into now. So your next 2 exercises, first one is called the power thruster. So you're going to go into a little bit wider than shoulder width, squat position, chest out, shoulders back. The weight should be fairly heavy. Right here I'm using 20 pounds. You should have somewhere above 15 pounds. All right, so you're going to drop down, deep squat, back tall, exhale, drive, just like you're going to throw that weight right overhead. And the pace is quick. Straight up. So I'm initiating with the legs, finishing with the arms. I want you to do 20 reps of that, and then you're going to go right into the next one. All right, so this one is going to work the back of your legs. It's called a stiff leg deadlift. Now your starting position, again, I have weights that are fairly heavy. These are 20s. Try to go at least 15 pounds or heavier. You're going to keep a slight bend at the knee joint, but it's going to stay fixed. Now the important part here too is you want to keep an arch in your low back. You don't want to round over. So think about pushing your butt backwards, arch your back, slowly drop without changing the angle of your knee. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Exhale, come back up and push the hips forward. So again, slow and controlled. Up, push hips forward. So 15 reps of that. Then you're gonna go right back into the power thrusters. Again, 3 sets of each, and then you do your 5 minutes of running. And then we get into the next 2 exercises. So you've just come back from your 5 minutes of running. Now it's time to get into the final 2 exercises. So this one's a jump squat. We're gonna use weights for this, about 10 to 12 pounds in each hand, right? Get into position. Again, the important thing is the absorbing of the weight, not how high you jump. So mid-foot is where you're absorbing your weight, 20 reps, and then you're gonna get right into the next one. So this final exercise is gonna work the back of your shoulders, great for your posture. So even though you're out of breath from the jump squats, I want you to get into a forward bending position. Again, arch the back like you did in the stiff leg deadlift. Elbows bent like you're hugging a barrel, head neutral facing the ground, and you're gonna come up, slowly back down, and then I want you to put your hands forward. Come up again and back down. So again, it's hands together facing each other, and then hands forward facing away from you. If you notice, the whole time my elbows stay fixed in the bent position, but the angle does not change. So I want you to go 10 reps of that combination. So 2 different movements, 10 times. It's actually 20 reps altogether. When you're completed that, again, 3 times, each of those 2 exercises, do 1 last round of that 5-minute run, and you're finished the routine. So congratulations, you finished the routine. Don't forget to take a look at your heart rate monitor and get the stats. We want to see how many calories you've burned. So if at this point you've only hit 500 calories, guess what? You've got 100 calories left. So a good way to do that is to jump on a piece of equipment and just run it out, cycle it out, go on the elliptical, do what you need to do, but do not leave until you've finished those 600 calories. So that's your routine for the next 2 weeks. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying you have to do this 6 days a week, but you have to burn 600 calories 6 days of the week. This particular routine, I expect you to do 2 to 3 days out of the week. Now the other days, if you pick your favorite class at the gym, or if you're in your personal training sessions, of course, you still need to burn that 600 calories. All right? So I want you to dig deep, and guess what? This is gonna get you working harder, because if you're not pushing yourself hard enough, it's gonna take you a long time to burn 600 calories. So maximize your time, work hard. I'll see you soon.